And speaking of business, the Prince George's Economic Development Corporation has a new leader.
That's right. Jim Coleman replaces Gwen McCall, who led the organization for 4 years. Welcome to you.
It is great to be here. Thank you so much, Rochelle and Denise. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm happy about this new opportunity that I have here in Prince George's County to help to continue to grow the economy here. The County Executive Baker, has done a fabulous job the first 4 years. He wants to continue with the momentum that we have, and we've got a lot of exciting things that are going to be happening over the next couple of months. As you know, we were just out in Vegas, what about last week? We had 20 meetings where the county executive and the governor attended. I'll tell you, the biggest asset that we have here in the county is that we've got a county executive who gets it. He understands that time is money, and money is important when it comes to development projects. And he was right there at the table working with these developers, the interested retailers that were there, to learn about all the things that are going on in Prince George's County, and we left there on fire. So stay tuned on a lot of big announcements that are going to be happening over the next couple of weeks.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. You mentioned in there some goals. What are some of the things that you're planning? Can you give us a sneak preview?
Yes, absolutely. Some of the big things that I've got set. We've got a wonderful team, over 75 professionals on our team. Our daily focus has got to be that we're going to focus on making sure that everyone here in Prince George's County who wants a job can get a job. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we hold on to the 16,000 companies that are here in Prince George's County. We want to make sure that our team is out there actively understanding what their needs are, helping them to expand and grow, and making sure that they stay. Then we've also identified nearly 700 companies outside of our area, but within the region outside of Maryland, that are companies that we know that their leases are going to be expiring over the next 48, 56 months. And we're going to make sure that we call on the CEOs and CFOs of those companies to invite them to come here to Prince George's County. We want to make sure that they see the assets that we have, the quality of life. When you look at National Harbor, when you look at Six Flags, when you look at, we've got 15 train stations that can get you the accessibility that you need. So it makes it easier for a company that may be based in Washington, D.C., a law firm. They may have 75 lawyers. Maybe their top partners might want to stay in Washington, D.C., but they may want to have their 60-plus employees to move out to, for instance, New Carrollton, or one of our other centers where we can help them to cut their cost in commercial space, as well as provide the quality of life and accessibility that they can still enjoy by being out here in Prince George's.
And you mentioned some large corporations. What are some of the incentives the county's offering for small business owners?
Well, the big one that we can offer is the EDI fund. That was started 4 years ago by the county executive. It's a $50 million fund that allows us to provide low-cost loans to small and large companies. It's a great incentive. I think County Executive Baker's idea of when he saw the extra savings in the budget and putting that back into the business community was the smart thing to do. Over the last 4 years, it worked over 7,000, helped to create over 7,000 jobs in the private sector, a total of $19 in private investment to every $1 that was invested through the EDI fund. We are encouraging the council to continue with driving the county executive's vision on that EDI fund because it's working. On top of that, we've got other state incentives, and we're working closely with our state counterparts to being able to offer all kinds of state incentives, tax credits, and a ton of programs that can help lower the cost for any company that's seeking to relocate here to Prince George's County. So we're excited.
Sounds fabulous. Sounds really good. I know that residents are happy to hear this. Can you tell us a little bit about you? I know a lot of people in this role will wonder kind of your background and kind of what prepared you for this role here today.
I grew up on a small pig farm in Lexington, Kentucky. My great-grandfather bought it in 1888, March the 27th, and it transformed the lives of over 300 of his descendants, including myself. And that's why I'm so passionate today about small businesses. He bought our farm in Lexington, Kentucky. It's called Coleman Crest Farm. He bought it for $1,200. And that investment that he made helped to send his grandchildren to college. It paid for my college education, and I'm owning it today, and I hope to hold it for several more years and then for the future. So I'm passionate about small business because I grew up on a small farm, which is a small business. And so I know that if we can help any entrepreneur out there who's looking to get a loan, to get a new contract with the county, the state, or the federal government, or to find a way to help them to lower their cost, thereby improving their profitability, it's not only going to help that business owner, but that family, as well as all of the different members of the community.
And we should mention you went to Howard University, so you are familiar with this area. Jim Coleman, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And you can check out a calendar of events by logging onto pgcedc.com.